Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible.
Lately, when men over like 35 ask me, I ask for my number, I just say yeah. I'm so sick of taking care of myself all by myself, bro. Listen, I am 27 with purple hair and purple beads in my hair. You understand? And you're 38 with a graying beard. I know what you want. And I think you know what I want. I'll give it to you. Just be cool about it. Just be cool about it. I'm just so tired, bro. I'm so fucking tired. It's just so fucking expensive nowadays.
First, I thought that video was funny, right? I thought it was really funny. But second, that video got me thinking that it's amazing. Women do know the struggles of being a working woman, right? Average women. I'm not talking about you're making like hundreds, six-figure stuff like that. Women do know the feeling of being an average worker, a 9-to-5 worker, being someone average, the majority, right? Taking care of yourself, taking care of your bills, being responsible for all these things. Women do know it. They know the struggles, right? The mental abuse, the physical abuse of working, of having to care for all your adult responsibilities. Women know it, right? Women know it. So it always amazes me that when, let's say, flip it, where you are now in a marriage or partnership, that your woman can be a stay-at-home mom. Just all she do is like doing the things where it's more relaxed, in my opinion. And the man works. All he does is work. You can criticize that. When women know the difficulties, the struggles of being 100% responsible for their adult responsibilities, yet they can criticize a man that takes away majority of your adult responsibilities, right? They criticize it. They put him down. They say he needs to do more. Yet when they are alone, no man, they have to take care of their adult responsibility 100%. This is how they act. This is their train of thought. It just amazes me, right? It really just amazes me that it seems like women live in such a disconnect where if they're alone, if they're single, they understand the struggle and they want a man to take away that problem. Yet when they're in a relationship and a man has taken away that problem, they blame the man. They criticize the man. They say it's not. It could be better. It should be better, right? He should be active in all these things. But this is the thing where, let's say in the situations where you're a stay-at-home mom, it's something that most women enjoy, right? They enjoy being there for their kids. They enjoy taking care of their kids. I don't know. I just thought it was funny that women can see how a man can take away your adult responsibilities when you're single. When your adult responsibility is taken away when you're in a relationship, you don't appreciate the man. I just think it's funny.
So do you guys remember that millionaire that I was talking about? Remember the video on TikTok where I was like, oh, he gave me financial advice. So yeah, we were talking and pretty much he just stopped talking to me out of nowhere and I don't know why. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the video's still on my page. Just scroll down where I have the like wrap on my head and the curly hair, and I'm pretty much talking about this millionaire I was dating, who I was talking to. He took me on a date. He was giving me financial advice. So yeah, he pretty much stopped talking to me out of nowhere and I don't know why, but why a week later I ended up meeting a billionaire. And the dates, experiences, and things that he takes me to do just really upped it up a notch from the millionaire. So yeah. So I'm not gonna speak too long in this video, but my point is, what God taketh away, he replaceth with better.
You ran out of usefulness, right? When your only quality is your looks, the usefulness becomes very finite. He moved on to someone better. There's always pretty women out there. This is the insanity that this woman can't even seem to understand. That these men don't treasure her, don't care. They're just after one thing: to use her for her time. And hey, if she's out to use these men for their money, it is what it is. It is a transactional relationship. But I also want to point out that her last statement that God is dropping down millionaires and billionaires into her lap. This is the foolishness of a lot of women right here. where they perceive God as someone who's looking out for them to drop down top quality men or certain or rare men into their laps. This is the problem with a lot of women thinking they're settling. There's a perfect man for me out there. There's a man that I want that's out there, that's wanting for me, right? That's waiting for me. That God will drop this man that I perceive he's rare, right? He's 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure man. He's tall, good looking, charming, all these things. He's monogamous. God will drop this man down into my lap. Yeah, that is the insanity that women are pushing, which is honestly hurting women. The delusion is hurting women to think that God is dropping down millionaire and billionaire man into your lap. No, it just so happened that you are pretty enough, young enough to attract these men. You are in these kind of environment, these situations where you attract these men. But then you got to understand, your usefulness will only be limited to what he feels, right? These men attract women just as good looking or even better. So this is the thing where they're good looking women are dime a dozen. Millionaire men, 6-figure men, billionaire men are rare, okay? And that's the delusion, right? Where that's what she wants to go for, all the more power to her. But to think that God will drop an abundance of these rare ass men in your laps, this is the danger of the delusion that women are spreading.
I think you niggas should start dating each other. Date each other and leave us the fuck alone, because y'all are the perfect bitch for each other. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all don't want to go on no dates. Y'all don't want to buy no flowers. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Just date each other.
Here's a perspective, right? If you have complaints about the dating market, you should get out of it, right? If you have complaints about the other sex, right, the opposite sex, you should get out of it, right? There is nothing wrong with being single for the rest of your life. Nothing wrong with being single and childless for the rest of your life. This is the thing where women is not really seeing, people not seeing it, is that everyone has complaints about each other, right? So if you are not liking what you are attracting or what you are attracted to, then stop dating. Stop dating. It's not the biggest thing in the world, right? To get out of the dating market, because honestly, there will forever be people populating this world, right? So really, you as the individual is complaining about the men you want, men you're attracted to, the men that are attracted to you. Okay, get out of it. Stop dating, right? So just purely focus on your career, your own life, whatever brings you joy. So that's I just think that don't care. Stop caring who people date. Then it's funny that why do you care if they need to date other people? Because on the flip side, right, this is funny when, let's say this, she said if these men are complaining, they should date each other, yet these men don't date each other, but they will go passport bros, and then you complain about that men. That's the insanity of it. It's like, okay, you complain about these men complaining, then these men decide to branch out and find other options, and then you complain about that too, right? Stop caring. If you don't like these men, just be happy on your own. I'm perfect, and I'll say that to any man. Men that are complaining about women, whatever, about like women not choosing them, about women not choosing the good guys, all that shit. Okay, whatever. I mean, like, people's lives will show you their results. So, yeah, just find your own happiness. So, this came across my For You page, and I've seen women do this quite a few times, right? Dear men, may your daughters meet a man like you. Here's the thing. You assume a few things. You assume that you can control, right, what your daughter picks. You assume you can control what women pick. How many times have women say, or women here, go for the good men, go for the good guys, wait until marriage. You've heard these advice before. You've heard advice that will potentially help you not pick bad men. You don't listen to it. So at the end of the day, you have the freedom of choice. Whether your daughter, right, meets whatever man, it's her choice. This is the thing where women, it's like they only when they meet the bad men, they blame other people. They blame other people for it. Okay? They blame other people. They put the onus on someone else other than themselves. You chose to be with that man. You chose to find this man attractive. You chose to give him your body, your time, your youth. Because this is the thing, men know it. There are good men out there, yet they also know there are bad men as well. Yet you make it seem like men don't want women to pick better men. But women don't want those men. Like, you either put those men in your friend zones, you find these men unattractive, you find these men creepy. So really, what? So what I would hope, if I could teach my daughter anything, is that whatever man you pick, whether it's a man like me or not, take your time, vet him, have discernment, notice red flags, know what kind of red flags you can't do, have standards and boundaries, and apply those standards and boundaries to all men. Do not make exceptions, right? Do not make exceptions. Oh, he's good looking, so you know what? I'm gonna break the rule of no one night stand, right? Have boundaries, have standards and preferences, and make it throughout, right? All men must adhere to my standards, my boundaries, my preferences. If they don't, I do not waste my time with them, right? I don't care what type of man my daughter meets, as long as she understands that should be a knowledge, a way of thinking that she should have. That's what I will impart on her. I don't care if she meets a man like me or a worse man. Because if I taught you, right, how you should go about it and you don't do it, well, surprise, surprise, you're an adult. You did it yourself. Stop, blaming others or going online to seek validations or support. Take accountability. You did it yourself, right? You picked that man. No one forced you.
Girls, I need y'all to be opposite of a pick-me, okay? Let these niggas know you don't care what they like. They always, oh, I hate girls that smoke. Oh, I hate girls that drink. When I was single and they'll be saying that stuff, I'll be lying. I don't smoke or drink, but I'll be like, oh, dang, I smoke so much, man. Man, I drink every day. Just to show you I don't give a damn what you like. I don't like girls that curse. I'm going to start cursing 10 times more. Because who asked you what you like? I don't care what you like. You're the one pursuing me. I didn't text you. You're not going to text me and tell me what you like and you don't like. I don't care what you like. Take it or leave it.
The energy that attracts the players and the bad boys. The men that will use you and abuse you. You wonder why you attract those types of men, right? The men that play games. The men that lie to you, right? Because here's the thing. You don't care what men like. And then you're surprised that you attract men that don't care what you like and only after to use you. Surprise, surprise. You wonder where not saying she said it, but then you wonder, where are good men at? They're not attracted to that. They're not attracted to that toxicity. You don't care what a man likes. Fine, because he talked to you. He went after you. Okay, cool. Okay. So then you be surprised that you attract men that don't care what you like. They're lying to you. They're faking it just to get with you. Right? That's the thing where I'm always, it's always insane to me that women want to put certain toxicity on pick-me's or certain groups. It's like, really? Caring about what a potential partner or a partner likes is insane to me. A person that's talking to you, then this idea, right? How she's talking about. You wonder why, okay? The dating market has changed. You wonder why men act a certain way. Let's say about the coffee dates thing, okay? You wonder why men are saying, let's do coffee dates or 50-50 because of attitudes like this. Because then at least men are putting low investment, right? Because she probably don't give a shit what you like or about you at all. Because you asked her out, you got her number, right? So really, you would think that That's how women are. They don't give a shit. They don't care what you like. So you better better off to do a low investment date to see that, you know what, you can change her mind, or that she maybe do like you or not, just to test the water. You wonder why things like that has happened. This is why I'm sorry, right? You hear women complain about certain things, the dating market and all that stuff, but then you will find examples of why the dating market is how it is. Women are the root of it. Women have changed it. Women have did the damage to the dating market.
Please explain to me, what is wrong with men nowadays? Like, since when was it the woman's job to message first? Since when was it the woman's job to pay on the first date, even though the man was the one that instigated the dating in the first place? I don't mind going halves, but expecting me to be the one that dishes out the payment, the entire payment for the entire bill, that's crazy to me. Since when did men expect the woman to be the chaser and the men to be the one that's just sat receiving, being pretty and not doing nothing? It's not a woman's job to pursue. The whole point of a male is to be a hunter, to hunt for the prize, which is the woman. And I'm not saying the woman needs to bring nothing to the table, but for goodness sake, do something. Like, is it just me that thinks this? Am I losing my mind? My man told me if a woman is not satisfying her man, he will go find satisfaction elsewhere. But how can you expect her to satisfy you when you're doing the bare minimum, if that, to even invest in her and to show her that you like her? And to show her that you're worthy of having her. To expect me to keep chasing you because you've been hurt in the past, so you're taking out your trauma onto me and telling me that I need to show up in places that your ex didn't show up, it does not add up. I've been traumatized too. You're not showing up for me in ways that I expect you to show up. If anything, you're doing way less than what my ex did. And my ex cheated on me. I would rather go back to my ex who cheated on me and give him another opportunity than be sat here trying to chase you, pursue you, and invest all my energy into you, because you're draining me. You're literally draining me. You're sitting there telling me how much you like me and how much you see a future with me. But the thing is,
This is something that women gotta understand. How the dating market is currently is what women did to it. Because this is the thing where it's women that want it all. They want it how they want it, and they can't realize there's consequences to it. First of all, for you to say what job, is it a man's job, a woman's job? And yet, when men say what is a woman's job, you complain. Yet it's fine for you to tell men what's a man's job. And about the missing first is that men don't know if you're into them. They don't. A lot of times, women have told it, don't approach women, right? Women have said that, don't approach, you're a creep, or they treat you like you're a creep, or they, you know what, they play games. So really, that is the consequences of you treating men like they're creeps for approaching women or hitting on women. You treat men like creeps. So men in general are now saying, okay, fine, you approach, you make the move, you message first. And I admit, right, paying the whole bill on the first date is ridiculous. I would definitely support going 50-50, right? So there's no expectations, right? So people are contributing both. Like I said, I do think that part I agree with. It's ridiculous to expect someone to pay the whole bill. And again, it's not a woman's job to pursue. Yet when men pursue, they are deemed a creep. Right? They are Me Too'd, they are yelled at, they are ridiculed, they are put down. That's the thing. And again, women have put down the narrative. Stop pursuing, stop chasing, stop approaching. Well, now the society is now women need to pursue. Women need to put that in effort. I'm sorry. That's just what women wanted. It's just really funny. She says job, the whole point of a male is hunt and pursue. And yet, when men say the whole point of women's job is to be in the kitchen and giving birth. Oh, that sounds misogynistic. That's the hypocrisy. That's the hypocrisy of women. That's the delusion where they don't know what they want. They want to be strong, independent. They want to be equals, yet they wanted to be treated like they're not equals. Special treatment, right? Preferred treatment. You're no one special to have that kind of effort. And like I said, about the whole paying for the full date is that it should be half. You should both be putting equal effort. No longer is it a one-way effort. No longer. It don't matter if he asked you out or not. It should be equal both ways throughout the dating process, throughout the whole relationship process. It should be equal. And let me say, the biggest drawback or root of women's problems nowadays is that the men they are attracted to, the men they want, let's say a woman like this, I guarantee you, the man that she wants, well, a lot of other women want him too, right? Because I'm pretty sure he has a certain aesthetic, or, he's at a certain level. So, what does that say? That he is highly desired. And that's the thing, when many women are attracted to one man, right? One type of man. Well, that man is now the prize. He is in control, right? Because again, he has options. He has choices. You're on to the next one, right? And he can continuously do that. As amazing she is, well, there will be another amazing woman out there, right? That's the thing. Women will always have options. But the problem is, will they have options for the men they want?
When your guy friends treat you better than any man that you have been with in this town.
And yet these guys aren't worth dating, right? That's the insanity of it. The insanity of all these women that have guy friends know that if they ask that if these guys would want to have sex or even get into a relationship, these guys would jump at a chance. Yet they don't ask it because they know the answer. And then they surprised that these men go the extra effort to be amazing to you. Because again, it's a different way of going towards your heart, of trying to get with you. This is the insanity of it, right? When women think that their friends, their guy friends treat them better than their boyfriends, yet they never wanted to date these men. So really, what does that say? Say that the men that treat you bad is worth your time, while your friends aren't, right? The guy friends aren't worth it. That's so much worse. Because I've done that thing, right? Where having a girlfriend, where she's saying, oh, I wish my boyfriend was just like you. Really? Because I'm just like me. But no. That's the thing where women don't understand, and where I'm such an advocate against the friend zone, against men. If you are attracted to the woman, right? If you are attracted to each other at all, if he has any kind of feelings for you past platonic, there's no friendship there, right? If he will not say no to go into bed with you, there's no such thing as a platonic relationship in that sense. If he will say no, then yes, it's a platonic relationship, right? It's a friendship. But if he could say yes, it ain't. That's why I am not in favor of general, right, men and women friendship. Because most of the time, he will say yes.
I hate it when people are like, there are so many fish in the sea. I don't want another fish. I wanted that fucking fish. I wanted that fish. I don't want to see if other fishes are nice. I don't care about the other fish.
Her caption was, my fish wanted another fish. This is why I said I have no sympathy for women when it comes to dating market, okay? Because again, they are the root of their own problem. You are stuck on a man that don't want you. It's always women, like, you are stuck on men that mistreat you, that don't want you, that are liars, abusive, that are abusers. You are the root of your problem. You are the problem, right? Wanting a man that don't want you and saying you don't want other men, well then that if that man wants, he can treat you bad because you are stuck to him. You view a man that don't want you as on a pedestal, right? That's the thing where I said why I don't have sympathy for women. Because how can you care about a man that don't want you, but men that would want you, that would treat you good, that would be, quote unquote, a good man to you, you don't want. You want a man that does not want you, i.e. would probably be a bad fit for you, probably won't treat you right because he won't appreciate you because he don't want you. Yet you want that man. That's why, and it's fine, perfectly fine who you want. You want who you want. But then don't complain about the men, right? Don't complain about men. Don't complain about that man. You see the red flags, you accept it, right? You are the ones who say, you know what? I see this red flag. I'm going to ignore it. So at the end of the day, you have only yourself to blame, okay? And that kind of energy, right? Where now it's like, oh, I want this man, but he don't want me. So really now every other man you be with, you are comparing him to that man that don't want you. And in your mind, you deem that you're settling for subsequent men. That's why, you know what, I've said this before. I'm in all support of women staying single for the rest of their life, right? If be happy on your own, right? That's the thing. Focus on your career, focus on your hobbies, focus on your friends. Because women like this will only be a detriment to other men, will only hurt other men. Because one, will compare these other men to that man that don't want her, or two, will deem that she's settling for these other men. So no, you're just gonna hurt other men. So that's why I'm in all support of women just staying celibate, staying single.
Why are you still single? Why are you still single? Look, okay, look. It's not that fucking simple. Okay, think about it. Look, stay with me on this. My type. I'm not their type. Okay? But also, like, people who aren't my type, I'm their type. But for some reason, people who are my type, I'm not their type. If you get it. And when I do seem to somehow bag somebody who is my type, they end up not being who I thought they were. You know?
It's very simple. The men you want either don't want you or don't want you for a long-term commitment. The men you don't want you, but you don't want them. Plain and simple. That's just how it is. Women make it so difficult. You just want the men that either treat you bad or don't want you. You don't want the men that will treat you good or that you don't find attractive. Plain and simple. But that also, I have to say that that's why 100% I don't have sympathy for women, right? The men that they only allow, right, into their life, into their body, whatever, are the men that they chose. The men they wanted. Plain and simple, right? Any situation they're in, right, they allow it. They chose it. Okay? And they have plenty of options, a sea of options. So the one man that got it, well, they chose it. They allow it. It's different from men. Men don't really have the sea of options. They choose what they can get. So it's very different.
I'm tired of like dating men that like has an issue with me being soft. Like, I'm a woman. So like, what's wrong with me being soft? Like, if you don't want, because my whole thing is, do you want a man? Like, how am I supposed to be? I'm a girl.
It's not rocket science. Don't date those men. This is the thing where women seem to shrink their own dating pool. There are a lot of men out there. You are always attracted to the men that are the problem. That's the thing. You want different results? Be attracted to different types of men. Oh, no, I can't be attracted to different types of men. I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to. Okay, cool. Well, those are your problems. Stay with that. Instead of viewing that, the men that I want don't fit what is best for me or what I want in my life, then maybe you should change that up. And this is the thing with women, right? It's like you allow the men that are the problem in your life. You do it, right? You are attracted to these men. You attract these men. And then you wonder why you have the problems in your life. You wonder why you have the problems in your dating market, right? In your dating life. Because again, there are different men out there. Sadly, you're just not attracted to them. The men you are attracted to, well, that's the result you get. So instead of, being smarter, like, I need to change my focus, change the type of men I'm attracted to, right? Because again, it's not working for me. I need to change it. I got to change it. Like, maybe, the over 6 foot charming, player type men is not good for me. Maybe the men that, would want to provide, protect, and take care and whatever, or not necessarily those type of men. Maybe I should change it up. Men that, would respect and love you, that would want to be with you and treat you like the soft girl you are, right? Or instead of, the men that have a lot of options, the men that are the players, the bad boys, the charmers, whatever, well, they have a lot of options. You're just one of many, right? And they'd rather, you chip in, you pay in half, they don't need to open your door, all this stuff that you deem that would bring you out of your soft girl persona. Well, they don't. That's how it is. Stop dating them. But no, again, I'm attracted to. Okay, you are attracted to who you're attracted to. You can't change your attraction. Cool. Well then, continue complaining. Also, I will always stand by this, right? If you are suffering in your dating market and you feel like there's no options, right? The men you want don't want you. The men that want you, you don't want. Okay, cool. I am in all support of women staying single and childless forever. I am, right? It is what it is. If the human race dies, it dies. It's just how it is. So, I'm in support of women just being single, being cat ladies and being single for the rest of their life. Plus, men gotta understand there's more women than just these types of women out there. I want men to understand that too, right? There's a world of women.
Do men come with communication, or do you have to buy that separately? You have to buy it separately, don't you? Fuck. I knew I forgot something. I could run back out and get it.
No, you have to pick better. You have to understand that there are more men out there than the men that you are attracted to. Right? So it's not men. It's the men you are attracted to. The men that you say yes to. So really, that's the ridiculous of it. To think the scope of men's community is just the men, small amount of men you are only attracted to. It's like, how about branch out? How about not view men just on how they look, how tall they are, their financial status? Because there are other men that have communication skills. You just don't want them. Plain and simple. This is why it's tiring that women complain about men, but they only deal with a small percent of men. They only deal with the men they are attracted to. It's like you're not dealing with men you're not attracted to. You're not, right? You're not dealing with men that, you know what, actually have communication skills, actually are emotionally intelligent, are in control of their emotions. You're not dealing with those men because just so happens that, one, you're not attracted to those men. Two, you just don't bother to care and talk to men, right? Plain and simple. It's like, it fascinates me that women constantly complain about men, but their view of men are strictly for the men that either hit on them, or that the men that they attract, or men that they are attracted to. There are more men than out there, right? Not every man is hitting on you. Hell, not every man have the balls to hit on you. In my personal opinion, I've never approached a woman. I've never had. So really, there's plenty of men that have never approached a woman in their life. So they don't really enter women's spheres. So there's just more men out there. It's just that you don't see these men, you don't give these men a chance, and a lot of times these men just go their own way. They're not dealing with women like this. They're not dealing with women, period. It's just tiring because women, you see on this app, it's constant barrage of putting men down. Like, men don't have communication skills. Like, women are so great at communicating. Yeah, like only women have communication skills, when honestly I see a lot of women have very poor communication skills. They think how they communicate is the right way to communicate. That doesn't necessarily mean you have good communication skills. You communicating how you want does not equate good communication skills, right? It's ridiculous that, I don't know, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it that women just, honestly, that video is a put down on men. To assume that men don't have communication skills, men don't have emotional intelligence, men don't control his emotions. There are plenty of men that do. They're just invisible to you. You don't want them.
Oh, Isis, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table as a woman?
A warm but JJ.
I've seen a few of her videos, right? It came across my For You page a few times, and it's like she's a very emotionally unstable woman, right? And if that's her mentality, no wonder why she's still single. But this is a bigger story, a bigger talking point where I believe a lot of women think like that, right? All they bring is their body. And then they're so surprised that men only care about their body. They themselves objectify themselves, and yet they are surprised men would objectify them. When all you bring to your table is your looks, your youth, your JJ, that's all men care about then, right? This is why I've said men don't care about your career, your money, because you're not supporting him. Your money doesn't contribute to his life, okay? Your money doesn't add to his life, right? You're not paying half of his bill. You're not taking him out on dates. You're not, taking him on trips. You're not giving him gifts. That's why women can't understand, why don't men care about my money, my career, my job? Because essentially you still, even though you make as much as you make, you still want a man to make equal or more. Because usually you don't want to help the man financially. You don't want to support the man financially, which is fine. But that shows you, that has to tell you that men don't care. Now, it's cool that you have a job that hopefully you're not going to leech off of him, but women still expect you to pay for the dates, expect you to contribute to her lifestyle, right? And spoil her. So really, even if they might make as much as they make, they still expect men's money. So at the end of the day, that's why men don't care about your money. Men know that the only benefit they get from you is really your body. Okay? And a lot of women, personality, they're unstable, they're hard to deal with, they're chaotic, they're annoying. It's just like they're they don't have the same hobbies or whatever. So personality wise, it's but really a lot of times, right? And I've dated women where, I love their personality. So I'm not talking about all women, but in general, a lot of women really all they bring is their body. So that's why you cannot expect men just value you on your body, on your looks, because again, it's very all you bring is surface level things, right? The things that women say that oh I cook, clean, but really most women nowadays, they expect men to contribute to the household, contribute to the child care. So really 50-50 everything. What do you bring? You really don't. It's like you're not making his life better. Okay, essentially you want him to make your life better, but in turn you expect you're not doing much for him besides giving him a warm vajayjay.